3, 4. Burn it down! Burn it down! Burn it down!
Hey there, friends and neighbors. Tonight's Snarl coming at you from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, as the Sweet Revenge Tour visits with our neighbors to the north. Wally Cardill here with Johnny Bianco and GM Tex Lynch on commentary. And we're just a few days removed from the hotter-than-July Supercard, and our last stop in the desert was awesome.
We're following that up with 2 action-packed hours of RWL mat action. And what a main event tonight. A women's champions duel, non-title, between Dynamite Jeannie Parker and Liberty Belle Danny L. Heathcote. It's been well over a year since these 2 top stars in the ladies division last competed, and Jeannie D and Liberty Belle will meet again tonight.
Well, if that don't draw men tonight, well, I don't know whatever will. Oh, good evening, everybody. Yes, sir, it's going to be a terrific lineup. Oh, it's an out-of-sight lineup. You've got to stick around for this one. All right. To get things underway, look at this. The Mountie making an appearance tonight against Mr. Kennedy, managed by MJ Ferrantino.
Good evening and welcome to our Rwl Sn Rl, our opening contest, set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing 268 pounds, please stand for the Mountie.
Oh, and I'm sure everybody's just going to stand right up for the Mountie.
Hey, we are on his home turf and win in Rome, and all that jazz. Anyways, the Mountie, in what I'm sure is his first appearance in our WL ever, as far as I can see in the records.
And we do know this won't be his only appearance during this part of the tour. He and the Big Boss Man have a rivalry that's both bitter and long, which will be reignited in the coming days. Sure looks to be in great shape, but even these Canadian fans are giving the Mountie a cold Canuck shoulder. And his opponent, accompanied by MJ Ferrantino from Green Bay, Wisconsin, weighing 256 pounds, Mr. Kennedy.
And on the other side of the argument, Ken Kennedy with MJ Ferrantino, the manager with one of the most stacked schedules along with the Stronghold. Ferrantino admits the downside of having all that talent available is making sure everyone gets an opportunity to compete. And since he's contractually obligated to do that for his clients, he makes sure it happens. His people seem to love the way he treats them.
And what a find Ken Kennedy was for Ferrantino. He seems to have been doing pretty good for himself lately.
Yeah, he has, but Nosy Olney wants to see what Ken Kennedy can do against the Mountie.
Not a whole lot of fooling around. We're getting right into things tonight on Snarl. The Mountie definitely looking in shape. So's Mr. Kennedy. Tom Kennemora rings the bell. And here we go. Swoop this press and a series of heart right hands from Mr. Kennedy. The Mountie already laid out on the canvas nice and early. The Mountie counters with a clothesline, takes Kennedy down to the mat. Swing and miss with the kick. Kennedy moves in from behind the Mountie. Fast with the counter. Goes behind on Kennedy. There's a hard whip to the far corner. Kennedy springs out, counters with a double ear shot. The Mountie counters. Oh man, hung up on the top rope. Goes the Mountie. Kick to the back from Ken Kennedy. Kennedy rounds him up. Hard whip to the ropes for the Mountie. Again, quick with the counter. We got a goozle here. Tried for the choke slam. Kennedy says, nope, no you don't. Backbreaker from Ken Kennedy. Here's a cover. Not even a one. The Mountie kicking out pretty fast. MJ Ferrantino just kicking back, watching the show. The Mountie with an elbow to the leg of Ken Kennedy. Whip to the ropes, clothesline, takes him down. The Mountie Rounds up Ken Kennedy. Kennedy counters with a clothesline, and down goes the Mountie again. He just can't seem to get the engine started. Ken Kennedy winds him up and neckbreaker drop. There's a stomp. There's another. Ken Kennedy, on the other hand, got the motor started right away. Hard kick to the back. Kennedy with a knee right to the chest of the Mountie. The Mountie counters with an arm drag. Rounds up Ken Kennedy towards the far corner, head first into the turnbuckle a whole bunch of times just to make sure they get familiar with each other. Oh, man. And then down goes Ken Kennedy, center ring. Kennedy counters with a shove, gets himself right back up. Doing a little bit of showing off. The Mountie in the far corner, there's a clothesline. Down he goes again. Kennedy countered into a back body drop. A hard kick from the Mountie. A stomp to the back of Ken Kennedy's head. Rounds him up with a gouge of the face. Oh, man. Yep. Moutie's getting pretty frustrated. Up over the shoulders. Hit first into the top turnbuckle in the far corner. Down goes Ken Kennedy. Kennedy quick back up, counters with an elbow. The Mountie rolls out to the apron. Kennedy waiting right there for him, but the Mountie counters quick. Back inside the ring, a hard right. Here's a forearm. He's up with it. Oh, well, a mandible claw. The Mountie becoming real frustrated. Kennedy rounds him up, winds him up, shoulder tackle. Kennedy with a kick to the leg of the Mountie. Well, here we go. Here's a cover. One. Just a one. All right, well. Ken Kennedy has to start all over. Drives another knee into the chest of the Mountie. Gathers him back up. No. Quick elbow counter. The Mountie back up to his feet. Goes for Kennedy. Kennedy hits him with a shot to the midsection. Has him up. Oof. Knee right to the gut. Hell, why not? He is on a roll. The Mountie just not able. Total failure to launch for the Mountie. Ken Kennedy gathers him up again. There's a clothesline. Here's another one. A rebound off the ropes and a kick. Oh, man. The Mountie went down hard. Puts on the brakes on Kennedy's kick. Drag and screw Kennedy suddenly down. The Mountie rounds it. Oh, he's busted open good. Kennedy whipped to the corner. Countered by Kennedy into the corner goes the Mountie. Kennedy gets a hold of him. Has him up on the top turnbuckle. Hangs him up in the tree of woe. Oh, well. That's not the Moutie's night, I guess. Kennedy rounds him up. Snap DDT. Oh, man. Ken Kennedy is putting on a clinic here. Rolls the Mountie over center ring, covers and hooks the leg. Tom Canamora moves in. 1, 2. You gotta be kidding me. Well, big props to the Mountie for hanging on. Kennedy definitely feels he's got this one wrapped up. Sets it up. Up over the shoulder goes the Mountie. It's an Oku driver. Here's a cover. 1, 2, 3. Well, a quick start to tonight's show. Mr. Kennedy with a win by pinfall.
The time, 5 minutes and 10 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Mr. Kennedy.
Mountie always gets his man. Well, not tonight he don't.
Man Dudley do right, Dudley done wrong in every possible way you can do it wrong. Never gaining full control of the match away from Mr. Kennedy. In short, the Mountie just got owned. But it sure was a cool thing to see it done.
Yeah, it was a cool thing to see it done, but Wally, I really would have preferred that match run just a little bit longer. I mean, it was cool to see Mr. Kennedy do what he did, but it really would have been nice to see these guys compete.
Mr. Kennedy picks up the 3 count on the Mountie for our first match tonight. And coming up is so much more. Rick Martel and Pedro Morales. The Snarl Tag Champs, the Psychedelics, against the Hart Foundation. And Virginia Austin and Jody Forick are gonna get reacquainted. So stay with us. Lots more RWL Snarl after this short break.